About 2 seconds. I have never had such an issue. Now I have two interrupted weird lives. This one's got to be deleted because I don't know. Oh my gosh. Delete. I'm on my computer, so I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. Yeah, so what? What happened? Okay, well, I'm just going to talk to myself for a while because this is my last attempt at this. This is insane. Oh, God. I was totally prepared. Well, not really. I'm never really fully prepared to talk, but it's still... Okay, well, at least I know I'm live. I just can't worry about the rest. You just take what you can take and you don't worry about the rest. So anyways, I'm sorry if you're watching the video or videos. Trying to do lives today just is not working in my favor. Anyways, so if you saw the part of the first one, the basement had a little flooding issue. Not entirely flooded, enough to get some of our carpets wet, and we've had the dehumidifier on, a huge industrial fan on. Everything seems fine now. Anyways, oh God. I'm flustered. I'm flustered because I was in the middle of a live and I just did something on the phone and it just all disappeared. Anyways. Okay, so, oh my God, I don't remember where my life was a week ago to even like follow up on what was happening last week. Yeah, don't really remember. I have invisible retainers now, so if I'm talking funny, I apologize. I wear them 22 hours a day. You basically only take them out to eat. And the first couple days were rough. And I have to switch them on Tuesday. So it's a 9-week plan for me to straighten these top two teeth. And I know that nobody else can see this, but my top two teeth are, well, one of them is shifting, and it makes me feel like I have a snaggle tooth. And again, nobody that I've talked to has noticed, but I notice, and I guess that's really what's like important to me. So I'm having those two, the part of the plan is to straighten them, like get them back in line. And then I have a lot of gaps in the bottom. So in my bottom teeth is just to kind of tighten them up and stop so much of the gapping. I still, in addition to all that, I still have the problems with my, the tooth that's been bothering me since October. That's on the bottom in the back. That tooth is still a problem. They put me on antibiotics. Guess what happens to women when they take antibiotics? Oh, not a good time. I even was taking acidophilus, tried to stop all that from happening. Yeah, didn't work. So they thought it was like I basically told them that after that, we're not doing anything else. We've literally tried everything. The tooth itself has had a root canal on it, but it's still, even tonight after dinner, flossed my teeth and it's a straight shit show. So there's got to be something going on with the nerve or some kind of crack in the root of this tooth. I don't really know. So that tooth is going to have to get pulled. I have to wait until at least next week to call them. Honestly, I'm not in a big super hurry to call them because considering that the numbing medication didn't really work for the root canal, I'm kind of worried about getting it pulled because that's like even a bigger deal. So I don't know if I'm going to call them right away because, to be real honest, this tooth has been bothering me for months and nothing they've done has helped. So I might just leave it until I'm done with the aligner process, or I might just decide that I have to put the aligners on hold until I can get the tooth pulled and the gum healed. Anyways, I'm still sleeping in the basement. The most recent leak obviously makes me rethink where I have things positioned down here, but as far as like outlets and stuff, we don't have any floor-based outlets down here because, excuse me, whoever had outlets wired here, they're all about 2 or 3 feet off the floor. So nothing that way happened, and all my work stuff was up high enough. Thank God. I mean, the damage was minimal considering what it could have been, and if Miguel wouldn't have heard it, because he heard the water when he was going to bed. So again, I'm just thankful because it could have been so much worse. I did. I ordered 2 more wigs. So I have my Alexi, my gray wig. I don't reach for her anymore, so she's probably going to be the next one that I will sell. Just because it's, I don't know if I go like that, if I go back. Okay, just checking to make sure, like, I didn't lose you again. She fits a little snug because she's the Noriko line, and the Norikos are just a little bit, they run small, so I'm not reaching for her as much as I am the other one. And honestly, I don't reach for Scarlet anymore either. So I'm probably going to get rid of those two, but I'm not really sure yet. But anyways, the name of the wig that I ordered that's coming is called Attitude. I mean, what can I say? It's super cute. I have a picture. Maggie did a wig show, and apparently I wasn't the only one who ordered this wig. There was like 4 of us at least out of the group that saw that post that we ordered it. So I actually ordered it in 2 colors because it's so cute. So one is called Molten Amber, and it's more of like dark around the root, and then it kind of is more like a caramely color. And then the other one is called Plum Dandy because it's like a purpley pink. So I don't know when those are going to ship. I haven't even looked. I just ordered them because Maggie's wig party was on Friday. So those will be coming eventually. But yeah, after today, after this weekend, yesterday, wearing my hair up, I don't know, the last time I wore my hair down, I really just didn't feel like myself. And then I wore it up yesterday thinking that, well, that'll feel more like me because I wore my hair up. And it didn't feel like me either. I don't know, I'm just stuck in this weird, I mean, my hair is growing, obviously. It's still too short to really do anything with besides either spike it up, or I could try to do a mohawk, but it's still so short along the sides. So I don't have to do anything when I'm wearing Felix, and maybe that's why I want to keep her, because she's just on and you forget about her. There was no trimming of the bangs when I got her. This is actually how she comes. And again, she's the only blonde wig I own. So all the rest of them are in the brown range. Yeah, all the rest of them are in the brown range except for my pink one. I have my pink one with the dark roots, and I do have the brown one with the red highlights. Jaeger Bomb. She's a good one. I like her too. But the 2 that I just ordered are heat defiant, meaning that I can curl them or straighten them or whatever I want to do with them. So, if you saw my post about I think it's called The Pattern. It's an app. I am on there. If you join it, you can add me as a friend. I'm just on there as Sandy Hurtado because it's not a unique, or it is a unique name, sorry. Tells you a lot about yourself, based on your birth chart. So I don't know whether you believe in that or not, but I found it interesting. Shannon told me about it this morning, so I downloaded it. I only have her and 2 or 3 other people right now as my friends. So it's very interesting. I asked her what kind of sorcery it was, because the whole idea that this has whatever timing that I'm in right now, and the timing started October 13th of last year, that kind of freaked me out, to be real honest, because I knew that there was something changing for me, and then for me to wake up on the 14th and be like, yep, I'm choosing myself today, and I've been choosing myself every day since, and it's part of this timing cycle that it's super freaking weird. Hi, Jen. Yeah, so, um, anyways, so if you join it, you can add me. As far as me and my husband, I had a card reading last week because, well, I've been sleeping in the basement now for a little over 2 weeks, and I know we're in a retrograde. And I looked up to see if I was born in a retrograde, and I was not. The sun and the moon and Mercury were almost equal as far as like whatever their numbers were, and I don't really understand that, but anyways. Because I just didn't feel like I was really affected by it. But then at the same time, I really feel like I just want some resolve, and I want an answer to like what's going on and what are we going to do? Are we moving forward, together, separate, whatever. Ugh, God, just feels so heavy. The energy just changes right away. Anyways, so I had a card reading. The last time I had a card reading, it was where there was like a definitive time frame coming this year when decisions were going to be made, getting rid of or letting go of relationships, stuff like that. So this time I had a card reading, it was completely different. And the time frame has disappeared. And kind of more like, no matter what I choose to do, like the universe has my back, which I guess I've never really questioned, because even like with the whole basement flooding thing, I still believe that everything happens for a reason. What the fuck that reason is, I don't know. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point, because I feel like we didn't leave until late. So we left the house late. We were in the basement because we both were sleeping in the basement. She had her stuff here. And everything was fine. And I don't know, it was within an hour of us leaving. That's when Miguel heard the noise and water was everywhere. So I don't know, it's odd, and I'm grateful for him, but that doesn't mean that I like change the way I feel about everything we've been going through. Yesterday, we probably talked more than we have in, I don't know, weeks, months. It's just very weird. My life is very weird, and I go back and forth. Between, it's not that I hate him, because I don't hate him. I feel like I want more from him, and I don't know if he's capable of that. Does that make sense? I don't even know how to explain that really in regular terms. I asked him point blank, why don't you choose me? Because it feels like I'm not chosen by him. That's what it feels like. I'm just telling you what my experience is with him. You can form your own opinions. I'm just telling you, as his wife, it feels like I'm not chosen by him. And he said, I'm like, why don't you choose me? And he's like, well, of course I choose you. Well, I guess your perception is your reality. So in his mind, he chooses me, and in my mind, I don't feel chosen. We have completely different love languages, and there's not anything wrong with that. It just could leave one or both of us, like sometimes, mostly for me, I'm imagining, because then he gaslighted me, and I don't think he realized that's what he was doing. But at the same time, it still was probably not the correct thing to do. And I don't know if, like, I even asked him if he even understood or if he was capable of choosing me, because everybody has their own capacity to understand things, interpret them, live their life, follow rules. Like, it's all about perception and capacity. Some people, and I've known many of them, they have trauma that stunts their emotional maturity. I'm I'm one of them myself. Like, all the hurdles that you have to go through to get through certain traumas is like no fucking joke. Like, feels like running a marathon. But some people, like, I feel like it's that way for us. I feel like he believes that he is choosing me by staying here, by going to work, because this is what he said, all I do is go to work. But are you happy? Like, that's not, I just don't, sometimes I don't even think we're in the same book, let alone the same page. He told me I'm making it all up. It's whatever I created, it's all in my head. Like, there were no problems. This is what he said. There were no problems until I got whatever in my head that there was a problem. And I looked right at him and I said, it's been over a year. This isn't something new. This is just kind of like slow torture. I don't know how else to explain it, because that's what it feels like. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how to properly describe it. It's my relationship. I know what I'm trying to say. I choose myself, and it's fucking hard. I don't know if that'll ever like be completely easy for me, because I'm going to be 46 years old, and this is the first time in my life that I've made a choice to choose myself and not someone else. You know, so we talked about me sleeping in the basement, and I'm just like, how do you feel about that? You haven't even said anything, and it's been 2 weeks. Like, and he's just like, well, why did you go sleep down there? I told you not to. I told you to come upstairs. And I'm like, when did you tell me that? When I fell asleep on the couch after I had been sleeping in the basement for a week? I don't know. I don't know what he thought. If he thought he was just telling me every day that I shouldn't be sleeping separate. Because I said, as your wife, the minute you try and leave like our bed, I'm going to be up your ass and sideways, because that means that something is very wrong, and that is not okay with me. Right? Like, I'm not irrational. Like, if he came down here to sleep in the basement and it was like not just a nap to get away from noise or whatever, I would be right down here. And I said, if you were sleeping on the bed, I'd sleep on the fucking couch. Like, I'm not going to let you sleep in a different area of the house and not throw a fit about it. And he's like, well, what did you want me to do? Pull you off the bed and drag you upstairs? And I kind of laughed out loud, because I'm sorry, but because that's not going to happen. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you don't fucking try. Like, everybody who knows me, I am dominant. It is what it is. I have a dominant personality. He doesn't. He's introverted, whatever he wants to tell himself about himself. Because I used to tell myself I was introverted too. Yeah, not my reality, but that's what I told myself for a very long time. So it still doesn't negate the fact that I have been sleeping somewhere separate, and he just has only said something to me once. Yet we have a conversation about it, and the whole time he's just like, yeah, I've been telling you. I've been telling you to No, you haven't. I don't know what plane of reality you're existing on, but it's not the one I'm in. So anyways, I don't know. I go back and forth. This is part of the choosing myself and making sure that I'm all the way good. So I still don't feel 100%. I don't feel like anything was resolved. I mean, it's always good to have a conversation, because we don't speak, especially about issues that, like, that's a big fucking issue. We just don't speak about that stuff. So it's good to have a conversation, but it didn't really change anything. I'm not trying to make a split-second decision. There's a lot of people. I agree, it's very frustrating. There's a lot of people. I mean, we have a family. Again, I go back to this. Like, there's other people involved here besides just him and I. So, and I've divorced him already, and I came back. I need to make sure that if that is really the avenue that I am going to choose, that I am 1,000% sure, because there is no going back. You don't, like, most people don't get second chances. And we did. We gave each other a second chance. Like, I didn't marry myself, dude. Like, you made a choice too. You know what I mean? So we gave each other a second chance. So if it's going to end, we need to be damn sure that that's the right decision. And I can't say for both of us because he could want this to be like this for eternity. But if I don't, then that's not fair. So I still feel like we're at square one still. It's a stalemate. It's, like I said, it's good to at least have a conversation about it, but it just seems a little too late. Not that it's late, like I'm leaving the house or something. It's not that. It just is, it's different timing. And again, I don't think we're reading from the same fucking book. So I'll continue to choose me. I'll probably continue to sleep in the basement because that's what I feel like I need right now, because it can get confusing. This is somebody that I've loved for many years. So it's real easy. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. So this weekend, I was talking to him and he was saying something and I started talking really fast, just like we always do. Like, it's kind of like what we do. And I said, mi vida. That's what I call him. Like, that's my nickname for him. It means my life. And I didn't realize I said it until I was already in the bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, because old habits die hard. And it's not square one, you're drawing lines, and that's forward progress at least. Good point. Yes. And yesterday when he called me, well, I called him after I got data service. Sorry about the whole first live not making it. I was like, do you need me to come home right now? Nope, I'll take care of it. And I said, I love you. And it's not a lie. It's not like I don't love him. Of course I love him. But it was like, again, one of those, like, I don't know whether you call it a Freudian slip or whatever you want to call it, because it's so much a part of our pattern and who we are. And I always say, like, I love you. I even say I love you to most of my friends, my daughter. Like, it's just a thing. I say that because I don't think people hear it enough. It's just a thing I do. But it just, as I said it, I was just like, again, one of those, like, oh my God, like, why did you say that? And I know that sounds terrible, but when you're not in a place in the relationship, it's not that, like I said, it's not that I don't love him, but it just feels like I probably should reserve that for making sure that I mean it. And it's not just, oh, love you, like, and it was that I love you. And he started to say love you because he never said I love you. He always said love you. And he started to say love, and then he stopped and he said, I love you too. And then I was like, oh shit, he caught it too. But it's fine. So, yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got. I don't know shit about shit. I am just a person who has her own struggles, who decided months ago to come and talk to you about it. So thanks for being my unpaid therapist, because I really appreciate it to just sit here and talk my face off. It's great. And I have a week, right? Yes, I have a week from today to lose 3 pounds now, to make my 40 pounds in 4 months. Now, that didn't work for me on the 3 months because I didn't hit it until 3 months and 2 days, but, excuse me, goals, man. I got goals. I went and had a massage on Friday, and my massage therapist asked me, yeah, God, stop acting like me, Jennifer. I'm thinking you both needed that reminder, since there's no coincidences. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I needed that, huh? Yeah, I feel like, so the whole thing with the water coming into the basement and him being here, because if by the time we would have gotten home, if he wasn't here, yes, I love you too. If he wasn't here, by the time we would have gotten home, the entire basement would have been flooded. There's just no doubt about it. We probably would have lost a few more things. But the only bonus is, so you saw where, like, those shelves happen to be in front of the pipe that burst for the sump pump. If I didn't have those there, the water could have like been shooting even worse. And like right next to me on this side is all my electronics. Now, granted, I don't think the photo scanner was covered in water. When I got home, I looked at it. So I'm going to have to order a new one. I don't even think there's any way to bring that back because the water got into where the scanning, you know, it has rollers, but the water actually got in there and it was like, it was just all over. And that was on the top. That was on the frickin' top. And it's not like you can close it. It's an open photo scanner. So it's not like there was a cover. Like with the laptops, there's a cover. The one on the bottom was in a bag, in a laptop bag. So I don't know. I haven't tried to turn them on. I don't really care. I was going to get rid of both of them anyways, but I couldn't clear them. So I'm like, I'm not going to donate them when they still have my shit on there. So maybe now they're fried. Great, right? Yeah, so anyways, my massage therapist on Friday had asked me if losing this amount of weight this quickly was healthy. And I love her. I have been going to her for a long time. And I said, well, when you're over 300 pounds, I said, I'm still eating a generous amount of calories. I eat anywhere from, depending on the day, because let's just be real, every day is different, 12 to 1,600 calories a day. But for my body size, that means a negative caloric or calorie deficit so that, yeah, I can lose weight quite rapidly. Plus, it's keto. I don't usually eat anything processed. Nothing processed. I eat like vegetables and meats. I do eat Kirkland's Costco keto bread. I make my own chaffles, which is like mayonnaise and almond flour and whatever. Like, so it's like, I don't know, it's not like paleo, but it's kind of like paleo. And then Atkins. Oh, Atkins had a little commercial that said it's the Atkins doing keto way of life or something like that. And I'm like, I've done Atkins. It was never keto. That's why I couldn't poop when I did Atkins, because they don't allow for enough freaking oil. They needed more fats. That's why I like keto. I like to be regular. Okay? All right. Okay, on that note, I hope you all have a great evening, because that's all I have to say right now. And I'll let you know when the wigs come. I don't know. I hope they're not on back order. That's going to make me sad, because now I found out that so many of us ordered the damn thing. Anyways, choose yourself, even if it's hard. You're worth it. I speak from experience. Okay, love you. Until next week.